I was proud of the way our guys approached this whole trip, and certainly have a ton of respect for the program here at BYU and the coaching staff. And coming in film, we knew that we had to play our best game, and I thought in many ways that we did. We knew we were going to be challenged differently than maybe the first two games, but I was proud of the way the guys prepared this week, and most importantly, I thought did a lot of really good things today and played with energy, and it was good. There's certainly going to be things that we've got to clean up, and we got to take advantage of the bye week, and we got a few guys that are banged up, get them hopefully healthier. But it was, it's never going to be a perfect game, but there's a lot of really good.
All of your offensive guys last week were not happy. They felt that they didn't take a big enough step forward. How do you like how they responded off that tape into this road game?
I thought they did a good job overall, and I thought up front we were on our targets, and I thought the backs ran well, and I thought today Alex was really sharp. They were seeing things clean, and so the combination, you guys made some plays and made some things happen. Certainly, there's going to be some areas that we've got to clean up. The first drive, start of the second half, it's really bad, and it was self-inflicted, and we got to learn from that. And we kind of bailed. I think Alex and bailed us out a little bit in the red zone. Those were all third downs, and the guys played. I liked it, and I thought in many ways, took steps forward, and there's going to be areas we got to continue to work on and clean up.
Well, late in the first half, it looked like you guys were trying to get Dieter out of the game because he was struggling. He wasn't healthy. Even though he said, no, I'm not coming out. Is that what he basically did? Told you guys, no, I'm not coming out?
I think, we're just waiting to see. It wasn't an exchange by anything. You're just kind of looking to see where's he at. And I think it helps when you're around Michael. We've been around him now, and you know him, but there was no that I know of. Where you're trying to. I don't think we sent someone in and he waved him off. I think they better be ready. Yeah, maybe it did. I'm not going to question you on this one. I don't.
What do you like most about Alex's performance today? It seemed like he was nearly perfect out there.
I thought he was. I thought he saw the field really well, and I thought he was decisive. And that was what I liked the best, I think.
They had a little bit of success early behind the ball, and then you shut them down pretty much last week. What did you see there? What was the difference?
I think it was one of those games where we weren't quite sure what we were going to see, and I thought that guys, I thought our coaches did a really good job, and more importantly, I think our players understood. Okay, this is what we got to do. This is how we've got to attack it, and I think that was the biggest thing. They did do some, early in the running game, and I think that's where, when you go on the road, you look for someone to ignite you a little bit. And I thought TJ's play, the pick was really big, and then I think everyone settled down, and we got an idea maybe of how they were going to attack it a little bit better, and kind of fought through those early adjustments. And guys were getting to the ball, and it was pretty good.
That's become a little bit of a trend, right? This defense sees things early and seems to adjust and get better.
I think it has certainly been the case, and I know the guys want to always start fast, and yet you got to kind of see how they're going to attack you, and that's where you appreciate what the coaches did, and then the players being smart and understanding. Okay, this is what we're going to, and. We had an idea, we thought, but we didn't know really what we were going to see.
Paul, today did you get a sense that Alex was really locked in, and then did it change the way you maybe called the offensive game as you went?
Not really. I did get a sense, I liked where he was at, and I liked our plan. But those guys, they executed it and made it happen, and it takes everyone. I thought that, protection was good. Shouldn't take that sack that we did. I saw what he was seeing down the field, but then it didn't happen. We didn't. I think Q was in and safety was rotating away, and we didn't get the release. And I think he hung on a little bit long, and that was a point where we needed to be a little bit more consistent. We weren't, and we had two pretty, not back-to-back, but close to it, third and really longs, and then we just got to be better than that. But I liked the way that he approached it all week, and I thought he was good.
Some big catches in that first big catch from Danny Davis on
Huge.
50-yarder.
Yeah, huge, and I think Alex trusted it and put it up there, and Danny's, he'll go attack that ball, and that was a big play. I thought there was a couple of those passes, in the early downs that were able to flip the field for us, and that was big.
Last week, I think you and Joe Rudolph both mentioned that the pass might not be perfect, but the receivers are the tight end. They got to make a play. Did you see that today more than you did in previous games? Guys making a play with.
I mean, I thought guys made plays, and I thought different pictures than last week to me. I thought that Alex was in better rhythm, and but I thought guys, just you go to Danny's. I mean, he went up and made a play. I thought Q played confident, and that was good to see, and certainly we were able to get Foom and Jazz a little bit, and we got to clean up some things with the backs on it, but it was there's some good to build on, and I know we're going to look at that film on the plane ride home, and got to clean up.
What do you like about the way your defense is playing?
I think they're starting to, this year's group is starting to come together. I like that. I like what TJ's bringing. I think that he's taken a step in, being that leader, and I also like the fact that, when something negative happens, that they keep going. That was a good drive I thought that BYU had, and in the red zone, I think we got helped by a penalty. I think there was a penalty in there that helped, but they just kept playing, and even at the, I just think they got some good confidence. There's things we've got to clean up, but I just like the way they approach it.
Well, Taylor didn't have any 30, 40, 50-yard runs today, but there were a lot of 8, 9, 10. I don't know. Do you see that as growth for him, where he can just chunk it down the field that way between the tackles, especially?
Yeah, I think the combination of, it's good for him that you're not trying to, so often backs, and particularly young backs, when they want to make that big play, it becomes a real lateral world, and it's kind of all or nothing. And I think that, having the patience to take what's there, and, we're going to continue to, I think, this defense is probably the best defense we've seen to date. And so you're not going to have those. I mean, last week he ends up breaking 4 tackles or 5 tackles. It's different, and it's going to continue to be different.
Well, do you like the placement of this bye week in between non-conference play and conference play like this?
It's good for us this year. I think it's what it is, and we got to do a good job of being smart with how we approach next week. And you really didn't spend any time, nor will I, trying to analyze like if it's a good timing and all that. It's our timing, and we're going to make it good.
What made BYU's front the most challenging you faced this year, and what did you like about how your line was able to, for the most part, find some gaps for this group?
Yeah, we had a lot of respect for their scheme. I think they've got older guys, and they understand it, and felt like they had a couple of really good football players that we had to handle. And I thought guys were on the targets, and guys did a good job of communicating, with some of the movement that we thought, if we could anticipate that. And I thought we played together, as far as the communication and playing off it. And I thought Joe had a really good plan, and guys understood it. That's probably as important as anything.
With a guy like Ben Shaw today, I don't know if you went into the game knowing, hey, he's going to be able to go the distance, or we don't know what we're going to get out of him. How'd you approach that?
I think what Bo did all week and just getting himself ready to go. And I don't know, Jeff, if you really know what's going to happen. And so you appreciate it. It was good to see him walk into the locker room, and I don't think he's any worse than before. And so, all these guys, when they are playing with something that you appreciate what they do to contribute to the team. And I think there's a number of guys that way. And I thought Michael fought through a lot, and that says a lot, when those two guys, particularly with that group that we have.
I was going to ask that because this is a game where people are increasingly aware of injuries, but what is it? I'm sure that sends a message like Dieter when guys know he's out there not 100%. He's saying, I'm not coming out.
Right, and I feel great with it. You know, we're pretty lucky here, you know, with the training staff and the doctors. So you can trust that. So if a guy's ready to go and they communicate during the game, and so you do feel like I think it says a lot. You know, that you guys are important to me, and I want to keep playing and play together. And I thought our guys enjoyed playing together today. I felt that on the sidelines. That was fun.
Is BYU a Big Ten type team, and how do you like that, playing a team like a team where you get in a kind of a physical fight?
Yeah, I thought going in that, you know, a couple things with this game and where it fell. It was good for us to get on the road, and I think when you go on the road, you have a tendency you have to come together, and you know there's going to be some adversity. And we had the adversity before we even left Madison. Kids handled it and go, but it was. I think the other part was, Tom, was that we knew coming in there was a team that wanted to be physical, was going to try to make it a physical game, and so I think that we really hadn't faced this style of a team that wanted to be physical. And I know that they spread out early, but they were trying to run the ball and had the big back and the quarterback, you know, so it was going to be that type of game. And not that everyone in the Big Ten is that, but it's certainly, you know, we're going up against, you know, veteran defense. You know, the D-line and the linebackers played a lot of football safeties, you know, so it was good for Jonathan and Danny Davis. And really, AJ's young, Q's young. You don't understand this is what it's going to take. And, you know, I thought Isaiah Loudermilk, you know, flashed on some plays, and that was good for him. I think there was some opportunity for the challenges of this week were going to be opportunities for growth, and I think we took some steps that way.
Is it also good for the coaching staff to get a measure of how this team can be in a physical game?
Yeah, I think every game is kind of neat that way, that you find out more, you know, and you know, we've got to do a good job of continuing to who is this team and what are their strengths and where do we got to kind of continue to help them grow and get better. And so absolutely, you know, I think for our offense, you found out a little bit more because of the style, and defensively, same can be said. And I think, you know, Chryst Herring and the special teams thought coming in there was going to be some areas that, all right, that should be all right, but we gotta find out and see what happens.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thank you.
Well, very